Are you a fiscal illusionist?
Why did you define what you mean?
Well, we have a tax burden rising to the highest level since the 1940s, the worst fall in living standards since the 1950s, public sector net debt reaching the highest level since the 60s, and real earnings growth facing the largest one-year drop since the 1970s. But you gave absolutely nothing for most people, particularly the most vulnerable, in your spring statement. No other country in the G7 or the wider G20 is increasing people's personal income tax at a time when prices are rising. In your statement, you pledged to cut income tax tomorrow, whilst raising national insurance today, widening the gap between the taxation of earned and unearned income, and the net result, according to the IFS and the Resolution Foundation, is that everyone earning below £34,000 a year will be worse off. Why did you prioritise your ambition to have a reputation as a tax cutter over helping people really worried about heating their homes or feeding their kids? I think people are stupid.
I think people will see that.
People aren't going to see through this.
None of the parties in Britain would do anything about it, and there are simple ways to do this. You cut taxes for all, you cut government departments, shrinking the size of government, and then you start drilling. To stop the fuel poverty, you start drilling and you put temporary price caps on how much these big corporations are able to charge in water and electric, so people can keep their homes heated and fuel pumping into the house and gas. But look, they're not going to do that because government departments are more important than people's lives. Stuff your government tyranny, stuff your woke agenda, both you backward Labour and Tories, and, yes, I'm going to offend some people, reform, because you're liberals too. You don't have the guts to go after the systems that need to be dealt with. We could cut so many government departments, save so much money from bureaucrats' pockets who are not productive and are doing nothing. And even if they was made unemployed, they would have enough money in forms of pensions and wages that they've got from people to be able to live okay for the next couple of years without needing government handouts. Because government handouts may be nice in the short term, but in the long term, more debt, meaning more taxation for the people. Don't fall for the tricks. Think.